we're going to bring it as well. And this guy that's on the phone right now was a Birmingham News, all state, everything. This guy doesn't mess around, guys. It's Justin Waddle of the Bulldog Radio Network.
What's going on, guys?
Did you like that introduction?
Well, I think you overplayed that just a little bit, but I appreciate it.
Look, it's the truth. You were a Birmingham News first team or actually honorable mention. But in my book, you're first team, okay?
I hear you.
How's the summer been going?
Summer's been great. Summer's been wide open. It's been really busy, with family, with work, with trying to help out with my sister and coaching a little basketball at Susan Moore and just running kids here and there, coaching a little travel ball, doing a little bit of everything, man. And it's been a busy summer, but it's been a fun summer.
When you look at Susan Moore last year, brand new head coach Ken Adams, they go 4-7, but hey, that's 11 games. I mean, you made the playoffs, and that's a good thing for Susan Moore, and Ken Adams get off on the right foot.
He did. He came in, and the first thing he wanted to establish, he said this, I believe, at the first meeting that he had was, you're not going to win every game. You're not going to lose every game. But the first priority he had was just changing the culture of everything there. Of course, the first thing he did was say, hey, I'm going to run the single wing. And everybody's like,
what
is that? Because they've been used to the spread for so long, throwing it, 40, 50 times a game. And all of a sudden going from that to not throwing it. And when I say not throwing it, maybe if he threw it 3 times in one game, that's a lot. That was an adjustment for the kids. But I tell you, the kids have really bought into what he's doing. And 4 wins, not a lot of wins, but it's to make the playoffs. It really gave the kids confidence going into the off season. And he changed the culture, and that was one of his goals right off the bat, and he did an excellent job doing that.
Well, the most important thing is to have a good region record, and going 4-2 in your first year is a good thing. But you mentioned him bringing the team together. One thing that I also noticed was he brought that community together and did a very good job at it.
Oh, he did an excellent job. He got that's one of the first things he did as well, is got everybody back involved. And I know, Adam, you've been around Blount County your whole life.
Yeah.
Justin, you've been here, I don't know how many years you've been there now, but Blount County sports. And Susan Moore's got one of the best communities. All the communities in Blount County support their school. But Susan Moore does, they do an excellent job. And he realized that, he knew about the tradition at Susan Moore before he got there. And that's one of the first things he said. I need the community's support. I need your help. I need you back in here. And the community has, like always, has responded in a great way.
Justin, some of the guys coming back this year, I know y'all lose Kobe Justice, but talk about some of the guys that will come back and contribute to the 2016 team.
Well, the first guy that comes to mind is Hunter Duncan. Right along with Kobe last year, Hunter, he carried he played quarterback, but he ran the ball. He's just another running back in that offense with the quarterback label. But he's really improved over the off season, gotten stronger in the weight room. He's going to be one of the leaders. Of course, Angel Duarte going to be asked to do many things, I'm sure, running the ball. If he decides to, if it's 4th and 80 and he decides to throw it, Angel will be asked to catch it. Also, he does a great job in the kicking game. Angel can really kick the football. So he's going to be asked to do extra points, kick off. He can get it in the end zone, so that's an advantage to any high school team when you can get the ball in the end zone on a consistent basis off the kickoff. So he's going to be doing that. You got Brandon Hawkins. It was a media day. A lot of guys coming back that's really going to be asked to do a lot and leaders. And there's going to be some new guys, some guys that were walking the halls last year that's going to be coming out this year. Micah Ogles comes to mind. So there's going to be several. And I don't think we're going to have that one superstar. We're going to do it by committee this year.
Well, with Susan Moore, they've got some new opponents this year in region play, and a couple of them are county teams, that being J.B. Pennington and Locust Fork. Talk about this year's region, and I know you've talked to Coach Adams. What do you guys expect with this region?
Well, the region's going to be tough. We've got some good football teams in the region. But the JV Pennington, we played them last year, the last game of the year, and we were in the playoffs. They had missed the playoffs, and I really think that's. And I'm not going to say we would have won the game or whatever. You heard Coach Adams at Media Day talk about it. It was a different. Our coach Cassidy said it as well. The teams looked at that game a little different, but they're going to be good. I look for Locust Fork to be very solid. You got Vinemont, Holly Pond's going to be better. You got to win 4 to get in, and I think Coach Adams does a really good job of making the guys understand what it takes to get into the playoffs. And not only does he talk about getting into the playoffs, but he talks about getting a home playoff game. So you got to position yourself throughout the year in region play to be able to get that home playoff game round 1. That makes a huge difference.
I think it's great, Justin. I'm sure you'll agree when you can have those county teams and get those county matchups, and you guys playing Locust Fork, Aniana, JB Pennington, and then of course that last game of the year against Cleveland on a Thursday night. We've been able to be a part of that rivalry through the years, being the same age. You playing at Susan, me at Cleveland. I think we need to start a petition to get that one moved to the first of the season on Thursday night again, like we used to play it.
Oh yeah, that used to be the game. That used to be the only game in Blount County on Thursday night, opening night. You had a third-round playoff crowd there, and it was Susan Moore and Cleveland, and that was all that everybody came and watched. And maybe Appalachian and Southeastern is going to start that back. I don't know. That's going to be a good little rivalry there. But one thing I really like about the new alignment is we are getting to play more county schools, and I think that's great. Back when me and you played, it's been a few days.
A little bit.
But when we played all the county schools, and it made the competition better. It made the rivalries better. And speaking from a financial point, it makes for good gates. So administration and coaches, they all like that too. So I'm looking forward to getting back into a lot of county games and a lot of county rivalries. It's going to be fun.
Well, besides football, Susan Moore had a pretty good year in the other sports. I know one of them you're kind of closely involved with was girls basketball.
Yes, I'm actually privileged to help my sister. She's doing a great job up there as a head coach of the varsity girls, and she lets me help, and I appreciate her doing that. But it's fun to get to coach with your sister, and my dad also helps. So it's it's kind of like the situation at Locust Fork with their girls program. It's a family affair there too, but that's fun getting to go in every day and work with your family and watch my sister grow as a coach. That's been fun. She's looking for a good year. Now I'll tell you this, I don't know that she's not in the hardest area in 3A girls basketball next year with having probably the top 2 teams in Holly Pond and Locust Fork in the state in that region. It's going to be a tough region.
Yeah, and one of the girls y'all bring back, Morgan Holland, we got to see her during the county tournament. I think she'll be a freshman this year. Is that right?
Yeah, she'll be an experienced ninth grader.
Yes, she was fantastic in the county tournament. I know y'all be glad to get her back. But talk about her a little bit. I've talked a little bit with you about her off air before. She's just a phenomenal player, but a phenomenal young girl as well.
The thing about Morgan is she's a fantastic basketball player. She works hard. She does everything you ask her to do. But besides basketball, Morgan is an absolute great young lady. She's a godly lady. She's a good role model. Even though she's just a freshman, there's probably not a female athlete in that school that doesn't look up to Morgan. And she takes that role very seriously. And she's as hard on herself on the basketball floor and in the classroom as anybody. So she comes from a family that her dad is now the assistant principal, but he's coached most of his career. So she understands. She gets that coaching at home. She gets it at the school, but she has a desire to be very good at what she does, and she has a desire to be a good young lady too, which just makes her the total package, in my opinion.
Talk about the other sports and how everything worked out last year for baseball, softball, and for volleyball.
Well, the volleyball had a good year. We're getting a new coach in volleyball. She comes to us from Boaz, been at Boaz for 6 years. Candace I think I'm going to pronounce his name right. Graujakowski, but they can call her Coach G.
There we go.
That's a good thing.
Let's go with that.
It's
Let's
easier
go with
for
that.
everybody just to call her Coach G. But she's originally from Holly Pond. It's going to be her first. Matter of fact, she's been on the job 8 days, so she's learning. The girls, they've been working out all summer. And I'll say this, they've been without a coach all summer, but their coach has been Ken Adams. He's had them in the weight room. He's been running them. He's been doing, and that's been impressive to see your football coach take a vacant spot there. That's he's been in the weight room with every athlete in the program, whether it's girls, boys. He's been up there with them all summer. So he's filled in the gap there, and we've appreciated that. So wrestling last year, we had 4 to qualify for state, and 3's back this year. So we're going to look for a good year of that. Coach Wilson's going to be in his second year of boys basketball. And boys basketball has struggled some, but I think one of the good things with that program is having the stability at the coaching position. Since my senior year, Coach Lawrence left, it's been just a revolving door of coaches there, and I believe it's going to be a real benefit to the program just to have that coach stability in place there for that program. So we're looking for good things out of Coach Wilson and the boys basketball. Baseball, Coach Price doing a great job there. We're going, made the playoffs a couple of years ago for the first time in a long time. Didn't make it this past year, but looking for him to get back in there this coming up year. Softball got beat out in the regionals in Tuscaloosa. So all the sports are competing. All the teams are competing. And I'll say this: our Scholars team we're county champs. So,
that's true.
It's good to see. Susan Moore's tradition is very strong. The community tradition is strong, and it's good to see Susan Moore getting back to being Susan Moore.
Yeah, that took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I was going to say. I know it's got to be a good thing for that community, such a great community and tight knit, and always have been known for athletics and ever since I've been around. And you've been around, I know it's good for you and the guys up there at Susan Moore to see things on the uptick and see so much excitement around all of these programs.
Oh yeah, it's always there's. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I saw this much excitement in the community, and it's good for everyone involved. And when you get to come up to Susan this year, they're in the process of closing in the far end of the stadium where the concession stand is, the scoreboard end, actually building a wall there. Going to have a video board in there. It's going to be able to do ads there and going to sell ads all over this wall. So it's really going to be an enclosed stadium now. So they've been working on that construction. They're in the process of getting close to being finished with that. So that's a big task the community's been helping with, and Coach Adams had a vision there, and the community once again got behind that, and they're gonna make it it's going to be a beautiful stadium when they get it done. It's already pretty, so it's going to be even better when they get that finished. And then, you just have the community up there. They've had work days, posting pictures on the Facebook site, and you just see different people from all ages, from all years, alumni up there working. The excitement is there, and people do that because they love Susan Moore, and they want to be a part of that. So it's always good to see those things.
One last question for you, Justin. In the last couple of days, we've talked about Twitter. Ken Adams is one of the other coaches in the county that uses social media a lot. Talk about the impact that you've seen from him using Twitter and promoting his program.
That's one thing that I had to adjust to, really.
You weren't that old.
No, I'm not that old, but I hadn't been used to social media being a big part of football.
Yeah.
And, you're seeing more and more of that in the college ranks and the NFL, and you're seeing that. That's just the days we live in. But Coach come in, he's got Twitter account, he's got a Facebook page, got a thing called Remind Me where it goes out to all the players and the parents and everybody involved with the program. He's got, I don't even know, I think he may even have an Instagram. I don't know if he has that or not. But he's very active on social media, and I think it's a great way to reach out to the kids because everybody, you look around the day and everybody's got a phone in their hand. Yeah. Everybody's attached to social media all the time, but it's been a big impact, and it's a great way to get information out quickly to the kids and the community. So he used it to his advantage, and he puts a lot of puts a lot of I guess good information out there, quotes, inspirational quotes for the kids to read, and that's been good too. So yeah, he's all about social media.
All right, Justin, we appreciate it so much, and we look forward to talking to you in the future, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Thanks for what you do. I know Robbie has invested, and y'all have invested a lot of time. Y'all doing a great job, and look forward to talking to you again. Maybe I can come in the studio sometime and sit down with you. But
I think we could do that.
Yeah, right now I'm going to go enjoy the beach because the weather's great in Panama City.
Enjoy it, brother.
All right, man. Thanks.
There you go, Justin Waddle of the Bulldog Radio Network. I forgot he is at the beach.
Yes.
That's
Man.
dedication right there.